Team Rooney. I'm doing a video on all of my pitchers that I use. This is my starting pitcher number 1, so he's my ace. It even says a 1 next to it. Carl Pavano was actually a pretty good pitcher, and it's just cool because I have there's not that many players of versions of him. They have an 04, and I think they have a prime, but they're hard to find. There's Kyle Hendricks, another great pitcher. Everyone knows who he is at this point. I hope if you're a baseball fan, you should give credit where credit's due. Matt Harvey, 2015. He actually had a shutout with like 2 outs to go in the World Series against the Royals, which would have avoided the sweep, but then they put him familiar and they lost. So he doesn't have any Worlds, and he just fell apart after that for whatever reason. Chris Sale, White Sox, which I don't know why they don't show the face, but he has a very good changeup slash fastball combination. I rarely use the slider, but I remember when he was damaging team equipment, which was against team rules, and eventually played for the Red Sox and has been ever since. So, Alex Cobb, 2013. This guy used to be a strikeout king. He was probably better than Price, yet he didn't get paid the same as much as David Price, but he's on the Orioles now, last I checked. Chad Green is usually my 7th or 8th inning guy. Brad Hand, I could put him in pretty much anywhere. He's usually a 6th inning guy. Lance McCullers kind of a last resort unless I need a bunch of innings. Betances, new addition, is actually pretty good. He only has a slider and a fastball for whatever reason. I know in real life his curveball is amazing, so I guess they made his slider amazing in this. I've used him for 3 different appearances, and he lasted at least 3 innings, so also good long relief. This guy could be used in any way, shape, or form, except for a starter, obviously. He can play. He can do a long relief where he can last 3 innings. He can play long relief for at least 2 to 3 innings. He could close out a game. He's very good at that. Pretty much good at anything. He's a strikeout pitcher, and if you let someone on, he becomes even more of a nightmare, and you hardly ever score even off that. Very rarely a home run. I don't think he's given up. Maybe if he did a 162 game season and he played, and considering how much I use him, this is pretty impressive. He probably pitches over 160 innings a season for me in a 162 game season, which means he qualifies, which is rare for a pitcher, and he gives up maybe 4 home runs that whole entire season, and maybe 10 or to 12 extra base hits. Doolittle, he's basically a backup closer, and it says he's my closer. I remember when in this year with the A's, he did pretty well. They made the playoffs. He was a go-to guy in the bullpen, happened to be a closer later on in the season. So, yeah, that's my pitching staff. Let me know what you think of that, and I'll be right back with the hitters. So, here are my batters. I have Cespedes as a leadoff man, just because if you're looking for a guy that just gets on base and has power, I could go either way, Trout or Cespedes, but Cespedes actually gets a lot of extra base hits, and he's more likely to do something. I don't know. He's less likely to hit an RBI than Trout, so that's why I have him on. He also has table setter, I believe, which means if there's nobody on, he hits better. Trout is second, so guys that could get on first, and then, by the way, this is my DH lineup. Granderson is my DH, mainly, and I'll show you why. Because he's not as good at fielding as some other guy that I just acquired. Yeah, Granderson's a great power hitter. His speed is above average. Contact and batting eye, he has a hard time getting the good contact on the ball, but once he hits that sweet spot, it's pretty good contact. Encarnacion, best power on the team, I believe, other than Cespedes, but he's a little slower, but he's great. He's the best RBI hitter I've got. as far as that cleanup spot. That's what you want. Machado just gets on base. I'm surprised at how much he actually gets on base. Like, it's not really a home run hitter. He may hit like 20 to 25 a game in a 162 game season on the hardest difficulty. My record, I think, is like 35, but that's like it's like an anomaly. But he gets on base a ton. And then Harper, he's a great fielder, so I put him in instead of Grant. He's in my everyday lineup, including non-DH, just because he has laser beam, and he's just a great fielder. Good at getting on base, not every single time, but he'll give you at least a hit a game or an RBI a game. Then we got Zach Cozart. He's a good hitter. RBIs, he has power, so when he hits it, it's gonna go. You're likely to get it out of the infield. He still makes errors for whatever reason. His fielding is amazing. Roberto Perez. I can't remember the last time a ball went by the catcher. Great defense. And he gets streaky. He'll get singles. Sometimes, but he'll get on home run streaks, like rarely. LeMahieu, I have him in because of his fielding over Merrifield, and he's just a guy that draws a lot of walks. So yeah, and here's under the red line is my bench that I use. I have Sterling Marte. I'm trying to get rid of my live season players because those stats will probably go down. So yeah, and then I got Trey Mancini. Sad what happened to him with this whole cancer thing, but he could play first and right field, so I like that versatility. Same here with Carlos Santana, also the name of a musician. Hunter Renfroe is the player I'm trying to get rid of. Not only is he one of my lowest overalls, he is my lowest overall. He's also a live season, which means his stats will even go further down. Whit Merrifield, second baseman. So I have a lot of outfielders because you can use an outfield for three positions, plus one more if you count DH. And I got a second baseman in case LeMahieu's having an off day, which can happen. And these guys are just great at hitting off the bench. They have a knack for it for whatever reason. So there's my team explained and why I have things the way they are. It's been a lot more successful lately with the addition of Harper and Betances. Also, Pavano has been a much better ace than Kyle Hendricks. So let me know what you think of my lineup. It's all luck, really, from packs. There are ways to get better packs. I admittedly, like, maybe twice every 3 weeks I'll spend like $50 on the game, but I just do that because I enjoy opening packs. That's my favorite part of this game. Let me know if you have anything to say about these players. Any funny stories in the comment section. And subscribe and like, please. And